Hello and welcome to the program. I'm James Morrow, and let's do something this week that the mainstream media never does. Fact check the president, just like they try to fact check everybody else. Let's consider this a public service, because with Donald Trump now an increasingly likely shot at the White House, they'll need to remember how it's done after 4 years of giving Joe Biden a pass, which is pretty amazing given the sort of speeches he's been giving lately. Have a look at this.
But we have 1,000 billionaires in America. You know the average tax rate they pay? 8%. 8%.
E-I-G-H. Okay, but wait, there's more. Let's see what else the president said in this speech as we go busting the narrative. Yes, Biden's been out on the stump this week, giving us a sneak preview of what he might be saying when he starts officially campaigning for the presidency. You've heard that he's running, right?
Are you saying that you would be taking part in our upcoming election in 2024?
Well, I'll either be rolling an egg or being the guy who's pushing them out.
Come on, help a brother out. Make some news for me here.
Well, I plan on running now, but we're not prepared to announce it yet.
Well, that's all I need to know. So how's this stump speech going? And is it filled with truth or misinformation? You be the judge. Here he is talking about his travel to Iraq and Afghanistan.
I've been in and out of Iraq and Iran, but Iraq, not Iran, I misspoke, Iraq and Afghanistan over 30 times.
Well, in fact, he's been far fewer times than that, and many of those trips took place when he was a senator, long before he was even vice president. But please, Mr. President, do go on.
In my first 2 years in office, I brought the deficit down by a record $1.7 trillion. All we spent, still less than $1.7 trillion.
$1.7 trillion, you say? Wrong. As the Cato Institute notes, quote, President Biden is claiming victory over deficits when his administration's policies significantly increased deficits for the next decade and beyond. From the American Rescue Plan to the infrastructure law to new subsidies for a range of industries from clean energy and climate to semiconductor manufacturing to student loan forgiveness, the administration has increased deficits by several trillions of dollars. Unquote. What else has he been saying?
We've created more than 12,000 brand new jobs in 2 years. That's more than any president in American history has created in 4 years.
The man doesn't even know his own spin. The White House has long loved to claim they created hundreds of thousands of jobs. Yet most of those jobs were just jobs recovered as pandemic restrictions were wound back, largely in Democrat states in industries like hospitality. Even the left-leaning PolitiFact website concedes that the White House spin on this one is, at best, a half-truth. Then there was this.
I want to remind everyone, America invented this computer chip. We invented it by investing in going to the moon a while ago, okay?
Huh? Fact is, the silicon chip was invented in 1961, the same year JFK challenged the country to put a man on the moon.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Yeah. So, should we go on? Well, why not? Wonder what else we can fact check.
You know, when I speak to the Business Roundtable and the muckety-mucks, they're good, a lot of decent people. All the business enterprises, they look at me like, hey guys, don't jump, okay? But all kidding aside, they look at me like, why am I always talking about unions?
Oh, I give up. I guess that's why the fact-checking units gave up on Biden, too. It's all too hard. Thanks for watching. I am James Morrow, and to support this channel, please like, share, and subscribe below. And I'll see you next week for more Busting the Narrative. Bye-bye.